Hello, everybody. How many are here now? Some are late. Hello, everybody. Good morning.
Morning, teacher.
Okay. Did I give you homework, by the way?
Yes, teacher.
Which one did I give you? What book?
Yes, page number 47.
Page number 47. Everybody get ready. Page 47. What book? Number 4. We have finished up to number 3, right? So we have to start number 4. What's wrong with the others? They are only 6. They're gonna join. They have got a problem. I'm waiting for the others. It has been 7 minutes. We must start. All right. Anyway. Who are here? Okay, I hope most are ready. So let's do now. Here, for the following prefixes, give their meaning, their opposite, at least one example of a word beginning with each prefix. Okay. I gave you example for inter, right? Inter means a man. Intra means within. Example, internet, intranet. So we will go to pro. So let us start. Pro.
Pro means for or forward, and its
Yes.
opposite prefix is anti. And the two examples are progress and anti-clockwise.
Or anti-clockwise. Progress. Progress. I'm not sure progress. Anti-clockwise is correct. Yeah. Your answer is correct. Progress, yeah. So everybody, pro meaning is for, like pros and cons. So opposite is against. Against, another word is anti. Yeah, so anti means against. So for pro, progress, anti-clockwise. Next, C. I'll turn by post. How do you understand my post? Postgraduate. After, correct. So opposite. Pre, yes, correct. Pre, what is pre? Before, yes. Post means after, pre, before. So your words?
Postcard.
Postcard.
Pre-made.
Postcard. In this case, does it have meaning of after? Postcard is what? I'm talking about postcard is not the, it doesn't mean after. So I don't agree that postcard should be put there. Instead, you need to change like postgraduate. It is sure. I'm not sure for postcard, right? So please change it postgraduate. And opposite of post is pre. Pre means before. For pre, can you give me one for pre?
Pre-made.
Pre,
Pre-made.
how to spell?
Premade.
Yes, that is correct. P-I-M-A-T-E. Is it P-R-E-M-E-A-T-E? Ông chăm bài. M-E-A-T-E or P-I-M-A-T?
M-A-D-E. M-A-D-E.
Oh, pre-made. Yes, pre-made is correct. Pre-made is correct, yeah. Next. Go on number D. Sumin. X. What is the meaning of X?
Outdoor.
Hmm?
Outdoor.
Out, yeah. X means out, correct. How about opposite? It's
In.
obvious. In, correct. How about example?
Extrovert. Introvert.
Oh, yeah. Extrovert, introvert. Adjective extroverted, introverted. Yes, correct. And next, number E, synonym. Hyper.
Meaning is above, opposite
Okay.
is below. Example
Yeah, wait.
is hyper.
Example, below, opposite. I would like to. Below is okay. That is for meaning, but for prefix, for under or below, which word is used?
And
Hypo. For knowledge, just write down. Hyper opposite is hypo. Hyper, it means over, yes, but hypo means under. So can you give me the word?
hyperactive.
Hyperactive. How about hypo? Have you ever had hypo? The familiar word. It is a medical term.
Hypothesis.
Somebody is giving the answer. Say.
I think hypothesis.
How to spell?
I think it's Hypothesis.
Hypothesis. Oh, that is THY.
THE.
SIS. How hypothesis? I know hypothesis. But according to the meaning, it is not for that. Because we need to consider the meaning of hypo. Hypo means under.
What about hypodermic?
Hypo,
Hypodermic.
it is possible. What does it mean?
It's like region immediately beneath the skin.
Or beneath the skin. Yes. Hypodermic is correct. And another word, the similar one, hypothermia, hypothermia. It is more understandable. Okay, you have given me different words. Some are correct for prefixes, some are not. And how about next? Number 5. Did I ask you to do that? Not yet. So let's go back to student's book. worry. Today I will give you workbook because we have limited time and there are many units in chapter 1, so exam is quite close next month. So I will do parallel, especially writing. You are supposed to write. I will give you the topic and you need to review that unit on your own, of course, right? Some words, how to describe things. I will give you the example and I will give you the word limit and you have to write. You have to do writing and handing, okay? So that you can prepare for the exam. I mean for writing. Today I will give you writing task. All right. For what workbook? What did I ask you to for students' book? What did I ask you to do? We are in unit 7. I think we are supposed to start the bientry.
Teacher, we haven't done the age of the tortoise. We were doing that.
Oh, I thought it was finished. And did we read all?
Not yet. Like we finished
Up to the second
2
paragraph.
paragraphs. Yeah.
I remember. So we are supposed to start like, how can you not be moved by the extraordinary slow motion? I think. Okay, everybody, students' book, course book, let's see. Page 100. Okay, so wait. We have finished 2 paragraphs. So Ming, could you please summarize 2 paragraphs? What did you read? Tell me before we continue. How much you remember? You can take reference from the book.
I remember in this story, so do I need to tell
You cannot read all, just only summary.
this?
The 2 paragraphs, just for 2 paragraphs. Before I continue, I let you recall the memory, what you read. What is the first paragraph about? Tell me.
It is about discussing the unusual danger.
Unusual danger. Which one are you saying? Are you doing this one?
Yes. Separation.
The danger of the road, you mean?
Yes.
Suddenly, what did he or we? So it means the writer and his companion.
On the Indians have debris island or Lesbos and make sure that they went through the entire series of heavy events and because it is because they come across a rock which is large and unusual, which is large and in a dome shape. It's have a dome shape. And then they stopped to check it, and it was found out that it wasn't a rock but a creek. other creature. It is like a beast, which is as old as a dinosaur.
Yes. So
They found out They found out a net and also limbs. Limbs, and they think that it is harmless, and that this ancient skeleton is this ancient skeleton had once turned to the direction that we have to go, and the rock is good. And also the rock is still there, and they are thinking about what message it gives.
mhm. So in this case, the writer uses tortoise. The writer uses the rock for tortoise so far. And let's continue next. Amelia, could you please read?
Yes, teacher. Hello, teacher.
Yeah, I can hear you. Third paragraph. How can not be moved?
How can you not be moved by the ordinary slow motion world of a tortoise? It seems such a powerful comment on the pace
Yes.
of mankind, particularly busy and patience of our modern life. Everything about animals seems to argue that let's
That's
say
speed.
yes, typical of longevity.
Longevity.
Some of the individual giant tortoises found in Galapagos
Galapagos Islands.
Island may well survive for several hundred years and be the longest lived animal on as alive. In the past half century, they are easy creatures to find and collect, and have featured in human diets for thousands of years. It's a it's probably the release or escape of domestic dogs that accounts for their presence on Greek island. Until a ban was introduced in the 1970s, they were routinely sold by French fishmongers in Mongolia, from Mongolia. The
Bulgaria.
last torture
Fishmongers. In Bulgaria. In Bulgaria.
The last tortoise restaurant closed only in 1980.
However,
Should I continue?
yes, because you have read 2 paragraphs, so finish it.
Okay. However, the much more serious problem along the habitat loss of
Agricultural intensification.
agricultural intensification has been collection for the pet trade in the 1960s and 1970s. Millions of tortoises were taken from countries all around the Mediterranean. Most of these animals died prematurely, logically in a consequence of
Ignorance. Okay. So everybody here, we will read briefly again. How can you not be moved by the extraordinary slow motion wall of a tortoise? Do you need to answer? No need, right? So the writer is just making questions, but this kind of question doesn't need an answer. This is called rhetorical question. rhetorical. You have already encountered it in the previous reading text. This is the other one, rhetorical. All right, such a powerful comment on the haste of mankind. So, I want you to highlight some words here. Extraordinary slow motion war of a tortoise. That the way the tortoise moves is quite slow. That is extraordinary slow motion. It seems such a powerful comment on the haste of mankind. So here there is another thought. Such a powerful comment on the haste of mankind. But for people, our life is quite in a haste. All right, we have to we are in a hurry. That is haste of mankind, particularly the facing impatience of our modern lives. So these modern day people are very busy. If you don't work hard, you will be overtaken. You will be overtaken. So people have to try all the time. That here, the comparison with the tortoise. Everything about the animal seems to argue less speed. Typical, it is longevity. Okay, everybody, this word is nice, longevity. Tashi, how do you understand my longevity? You should know this word. It's nice. Who can say? Oh, yes. Okay. Long life. Yes. Longevity means long life. So, tortoises have long life, longevity. Their longevity is quite surprising. Some of the individual giant tortoises found on the Galapagos Islands. It is a famous island. In Galapagos Islands, there are many tortoises who may well survive for several hundred years. Even humankind cannot stay over 100. Only very few, right, could stay over 100. But tortoises could live over 100, could survive for several hundred years. So that is why they have long life and the long-lived animals. So another word for longevity, you are explain the longest lived animals. The longest lived animals. Okay. As a life form, tortoises and their close relatives, the turtles have remained. Tortoise have remained virtually unchanged since the Jurassic era. Era means time period, 200 million years ago. Okay, tortoises' very slowness. Their slowness has been their undoing in the past half century. So how do you understand my undoing? How do you understand my undoing?
The way to do
Has been
Not
there and
doing.
not doing. Yes, it should be not doing. In the past half century, it is their weakness because they are very slow. They are easy creatures to find and collect and have featured in human diets for thousands of years. It is probably the release or escape of domestic stock that accounts for their presence on Greek islands. And their band was introduced in the 1970s. Okay, For knowledge, 1970 it means 1971 to 1979. Okay, you must understand like that. 70 means 71 to 79. They were routinely sold by French fishmongers. They were sold by the fishmongers. Fishmongers, people who sell fish. In Bulgaria, the last tortoise restaurant closed only in the 1980s. So tortoises become the diet of people, become the food. However, the much more serious problem, much more serious, along with habitat loss, their habitat, the place where they live, they have lost the place where they live. Why? Agricultural intensification has been collected for the pet trade. Everybody, intensification. How do you understand by intensification?
The amount they can handle, like the amount of like intense actions or something. Is that right?
So in this case, how will you translate that? Agricultural intensification. So agriculture is mainly more focused. It is more important to feed the people. So they have lost their habitat. 1960s, 1970s, millions of tortoises were taken from countries all around the Mediterranean. Most of these animals died prematurely. Later, we will discuss some more. Prematurely, largely as a consequence of ignorance. They are neglected by the people. So there are many tortoises die all around the Mediterranean. Okay, let's go quickly now. Number 5A. In what ways is the tortoise described in text 7B like a rock? So how is the tortoise described? Like a rock. Where do you see that information? Freya.
Are you asking number one? I mean
Yeah.
number 5A.
Number 5A. How is it described like a rock?
I think is described like a dome-shaped rock,
A large
a large dome-shaped rock.
rock. Is it only that? Yeah, your answer is correct. A large dune-shaped rock. Any other words that are related to rock? Rock means hard. Who wants to put more? So Freya said that to describe the rock, it says large, the writer uses large dome-shaped.
A living fossil, is that right?
Where?
We stopped it to inspect and found it was, oh, sorry. Sorry, Shay.
Is
I
that
am
all?
not sure, but what about the other page, like the petal-like limbs and scrawny neck are like, it's not like a rock.
No. It's petal-like limbs.
Petal-like.
No. It's
No.
not concerned with the body, which is like rock.
I see.
Can you see more words that describe rock?
The law continue in the
Wait. Can you say that please first?
in the second part. In the second part. The
Mm.
first part. In the first part. In the first part. The last one.
What does it say? Can you say louder?
And the law continue on its
Imperturbable. Imperturbable means what? It is not that exciting because it is too slow. It's not concerned with rock. So the main thing that we could see is here only, large dome shape. Okay. So that is for number 5A. In this paragraph, everybody, number B is also interesting. List the reasons why the number of white tortoises is declining. Why the number of white tortoises is declining, is being reduced. Can you find some of the reasons? Some reasons. I will give you 1 minute. Some reasons. How many points you could find? Do it. Okay. Tell me one way, one reason why the the number of tortoise is declining.
Pollution of plastic.
Is it mentioned in the paragraph? I'm talking about this paragraph only.
No.
Not about the others. We are discussing for this reading test. Who wants to say? Kevin, very quiet guy.
Shouldn't the movement of the cross or pad is fat like an honor in fat when
Wait. Kevin, which one are you reading? Don't. First, you need to show me where you have found the answer. I will decide. If it is wrong, you don't need to read. It takes time. That's why. Tell me first. One reason of declining the tortoises. Declining the number of tortoises. Where? Vanessa. Hello.
Can I say something?
I'm discussing for number 5B. The reason why the number of wild tortoises is declining. You may be asked like this in iGCSE reading question, you know. So while reading, you must be aware of the reasons of declining the number of tortoises.
I
Where?
think the last paragraph, the last line. Most of these animals die.
Die. Why? Die. That is the main reason.
How do you pronounce it?
Prematurely.
prematurely as a consequence of ignorance.
Okay. You mean as a consequence of ignorance, most of the animals died prematurely. We of the reason for the declining the tortoises. But it is just for the Mediterranean region. So can you tell me one reason?
Yeah.
Did you notice why reason?
They are easy to find and collect, and like they have features in human diet.
Where?
Wait, I will underline.
Oh yes, second last paragraph, I think.
Yeah. Can you see it?
So yeah, I can. They are
Okay.
easy creatures to find and collect, everybody, and have featured in human diets. Diets mean food for thousands of years. You know, they are foods for the people. That is why the number of tortoises has declined. That is one reason, correct? Any other, Sume? Any other reason? One reason is found.
In the last paragraph,
Mm.
the most serious problem, along with habitat loss and agricultural intensification, has correlation for the country.
Definitely. Habitat loss. Habitat loss. They have lost their place where they live. Because for what? I explained it. Agricultural intensification. To feed the for people, you know, agriculture is more important. So the place where they live are lost now. That is why they have died, and the number of tortoises has declined. How about Amelia? Is that all? The first one, they become foods for human. They are food for human. And second one, they have lost their habitats because of agricultural intensification. Any other?
Teacher, I think in the last sentence, these animals die prematurely because it's likely as a consequence of ignorance.
Oh yeah. Recently Vanessa mentioned it. Yeah. I'm thinking that is why I erase it. But it is possible because we could take in account that as a reason, largely as a consequence of ignorance. They are not, how should I say, maintained. They are not reserved. That is why, you know, for example, now, you know, tigers, they become endangered species. That is why the authority concerned, they are trying to maintain them, save the endangered animals, not to disappear their species. That way, it should be done, but people ignore it, and they have overlooked these animals. That is why the number of tortoises has decreased. Awesome. Okay, I will take in account it. Yes. So that here are 3 points. Yeah. All right. So we have already discussed for A and B, and C is also interesting. I even put brackets to think in advance. It is concerned with the third one. Do you think what do you think is the message that the tortoise would want us to reflect on? Concerning that there is an article. People's lives is quite busy. We are in a haze in this era, modern era. People have to try hard, but tortoises, they just go slowly but steadily, but their longevity is higher. We were left to reflect on its message. So it is something concerned with your perception, perception. Because the question is quite open. You can give your own idea, but it must be close. Who wants to try the message that the tortoises gave us? People's life quite hasty, and should we stay in this lifestyle?
Can I share the reason?
Mm-hmm.
I
Your
think
message.
we need to leave the quiet rocks like tortoise alone. Like don't sell the tortoise or just leave the nature alone as it is. Instead of how can I say selling them or fishing them or whatever, like interacting with them.
You are talking. I think it is not concerned with the question. You are just talking about reserving the species of tortoises. We are not talking about that.
Oh.
Through this reading test, what kind of message do you get? Here, the message that the tortoise would want us to reflect on. According to the nature, tortoises are slow. But here, you are given 1 point. We are in a haze. Our lifestyle, modern lives. Yeah, I will show you the points. Yeah. Such a powerful comment on another words here. Comment on the haste of mankind. Our life is stressful, and our lifestyle is quite hasty, in a hurry, because of the modern lives. But their life is quite, pace of life is quite slow but steady. Their movement is slow because they are imperturbable course. But it gives the message on our life. How should we stay that way? Here, the key points are here. Who wants to try? Come on, try. If your idea is quite close, I will accept it. Okay, say.
In our life, there are always stressful things, and also like there are many worries that if we stay like the tortoise, it will be more peaceful and remain and change till we die.
Yes. Some people, they let their children learn a lot when they are young, when the children are young. But some people don't have that. Some children don't have that kind of chance. But when it is time, it's not that different. It's not that different because they are, how should I say? That the ability to do in childhood is limited. Although we force the children to learn a lot, when it is time, the ability won't be that different. right, in adulthood. So it means that we shouldn't be too, or that, that child's life is quite stressful and always busy, right? Not the child cannot enjoy the childhood, yeah, always busy with studies or something. But when it is time, it is the same. Some famous people, they are from the villages, but they could learn. So it means that people should not stay in a, so according to Sume, should not stay in busy life, busy, stressful life. Instead of staying in busy, stressful life. If you don't want to use stay again. Yes, that is the message. People should stay in steady pace instead of struggling in busy, stressful lives. According to these. That is for C. I will go to B. Number 6B. Some words. I want to discuss the meaning of the words. These words are from the test. You need to check, as the words are difficult, you cannot remember easily. So only when you learn with the synonyms, you could remember the meaning of the words easily. All right, so leisurely. How do you understand my leisurely? You walk slowly, leisurely. So how do you understand my leisurely?
Slow.
Slow, yes. Leisurely means slowly. How about negotiate?
Discuss.
Interact,
Discuss.
interact with each other, I think. Like,
So convince someone. I think.
yeah.
Discuss.
Negotiate means, yeah, in business, you have to negotiate for price. That is called negotiate. All right. And but where do you see negotiate? Where do you see negotiate?
In first paragraph.
Mm. Yes. So in this case, it means concerned with. Negotiate. In this case, it means concerned with. How about number 3, confronted? How do you understand my confronted? Confrontation. Delita, how do you understand by confronted?
Disturb.
Others to negotiate, to be concerned. Disturbed, yeah. In this case, we translated like disturbed, confronted, disturbed. And eloquence. Next one. Number 4. Asian eloquence, the skeletal head. How do you understand my eloquence? How will you take this word here? Asian expression, the description, Asian description, that way. And we could not take the meaning from the dictionary directly. It means that Asian eloquence means it looks like the old one, not the new one, that way. It means imperturbable, imperturbable. How do you understand my imperturbable course? It means that
Insensitive.
not in what?
Insensitive, like not disturbed.
Not disturbed. Yeah, not disturbed means like that way. Cause means in this case way. That way is quite peaceful, right? It's not you could not get that disturbance easily. So it is quite peaceful, calm, that way. So you could write calm and disturbed. And next one, longevity. Yeah, we have already discussed long life. And next one is virtually. What is virtually? Have remained virtually and changed. How do you understand my virtually? Virtually means you could see. Is it clear? Remain virtually and change. Virtually means what? Clearly or unclearly?
Clearly.
Virtual image. Real image. Opposite of real image. It is called virtual image. Have remained virtually and changed. So how will you translate it? The turtles have remained virtually unchanged. So it means that it is, in this case, almost unchanged. Almost unchanged. And next one, undoing. How do you understand my undoing? Has been there undoing in the past half century. Undo. To make it simple, undoing, what does it mean?
Not really.
Since they have been there
Mm,
when they were safe, while they were alive.
mm. So is it there and doing in the past half century? So how will you make it for
And
this context? For this context, how will you translate it? Tortoises' very slowness has been there and doing in the past half century
Unsuccessful in past.
and successful. So it means it. Yeah. So means say
and then plants
and then. They are defeating fat. It means they are defeating fat. They are weakness. All right, that way. They are defeating their weakness. That is the downfall. According to the dictionary, it is downfall. How about prematurely?
I think it's for before someone become adult or
Hmm?
I think premature is I think someone become adult
Before
someone-
it is time, they died. They can stay alive, but because of because of ignorance, they died earlier. So in this case, premature, pre means early. So it means early. To make it simple, we can say that died early. As a consequence, how do you understand my as a consequence? We use as a result, as a consequence, right? So as a consequence means as a result. Prematurely means early. They died early. Okay. The next thing that I will discuss will be, okay, just for knowledge, but the way of interpreting will be different. Everybody here, look at these three. For the sake of time, I could not do the other exercises in detail. Only I saw a tortoise. I only saw a tortoise. I saw only a tortoise. The use of only. The positioning of the word only in a sentence. The first one, only I saw a tortoise. Kevin, how do you understand this? Only I saw a tortoise. Did you see the others?
No.
Other things? No. The thing that you saw is a tortoise. You could not see the others. It means like that. Sume. How about the second one? Only is before verb. I only saw a tortoise.
it means that he saw the tortoise. He didn't see any other trees apart from tortoise.
Yes. So the first one and the second one, if we could not find the rest part of the sentence, we could not the translation will be quite similar, right? And next one, how about Dilita? I saw only a tortoise.
It means that he only see a tortoise, like one tortoise, not two or three tortoise, I think.
Only when we see the rest of the sentences, we could say exactly what what the meaning. The meaning may be different if we could see the rest of the sentences. So I will go back to this, Isabel. In Bulgaria, the last tortoise restaurant closed only in the 1980s. So how do you understand by this? That restaurant just closed in the 1980s. Before that, although it was not good, that restaurant was still open. That way, right? So you need to be aware of the translation for only. It's not that clear. Okay. So before I continue the next one, I want to give everybody go back to unit 1. Report. Actually, I let you write something. I will let you write another one for writing practice. Page 14. Course book, page 14. By the way, everybody, can you use Instagram? No. Telegram. Can you use Telegram, right?
Yes, teacher.
So I will put the sample ones through Telegram. Writing practice. You should start from page 14, course book. Number 14. Everybody, number 14. Read ahead. I will give you the sample answer so that you will know how to write. Will you please say hi? I must find a lot. Yes. Someone. Oh, okay. Just for getting ideas. I have chosen 2 sample essays, but it's quite more advanced. But in this level, you don't need to write that much, but you can get ideas how to describe an event. Everybody, is it clear enough? First of all, before you read, can you see
Yes, teacher.
both paper? Is it clear? Okay.
Yes, teacher. Yeah.
So later you can read. Look at number 14. Page 14, number 14. Page 14. Yeah. You are supposed to describe something. Kevin, read. You have now learned.
You have now a lot of way of describing fire and are now ready to write your own description of the fires and sometimes using idea from the text. In this unit, you could describe a huge raging inferno, a local building in flames or fire in democratic fireplace. The quality of the description, the ability to make the reader feel that they are witnessing it, is what matters.
Mm. Supposing you are a witness, right? So you have recounted what you have seen in detail about a fire. Concerning that scene, you could read again some reading text in that unit about you could get some words related to fire. How you feel in the sample essays. There are a lot of words, but I won't let you write a lot. Just only 100 to 150 at most. No need to write a lot. Within 100 to 150, control your language. It means check before you hand in your writing. I just check whether you are on the right track or not. You know, spelling, grammar, that is your duty. You need to check before you hand it. All right? I won't check each and every. Whether you know how to write report writing, I just check that. If I prefer separated paragraphs. So it means you are supposed to separate the paragraphs, at least 3 paragraphs, 100 to 150 words. Supposing you saw that event, all right, you just write about that event, just for writing practice. Plan your ideas and include phrases you would like to use. Through 100 to 150 words, please use beautiful words that you have learned in that unit concerning fire. And the same message, sequences. You need to consider some linking words to make your writing more effective. Okay. Check after the handing. That way. This will be homework. To be able to do homework, you need to review the passages that you have read, that you read in Unit 1. Some related passages. And I let you highlight some beautiful expressions. You can apply them. Can you do it? Can you do? If you don't understand, you can ask me. 100 to 150, so it's not that much. Concerning that, you could learn 2 sample essays, but it is for IG language B level, so the language is quite high, and there are many words, right? You don't need to write that much. I'm just, how should I say, introducing you the writing, how to write. You must know the nature of report writing. Within 100 to 150 words, make sure your language is correct. The second one, another report writing. You could learn look at the second one. Which tense is used for rescuers find trapped student caver alive? So which tense is used? Come on, come on. In general, which tense is used? Read quickly and you can know. The second writing. By the way, could you see it? So, Min, which tense is used?
Present tense.
Huh? Which one do you mean? I send you two sample writing. So which tense is used? Wait. And the first one, just I read quickly.
Teacher, did you really send?
Yes.
In my side, there is no sample writing.
Wait, I will solve the problem. Excuse me, how many students couldn't read the sample ones? Okay, Freya and who else? Can you send Freya? Freya, which one are you looking at? Are you looking at the Telegram?
Yes.
Telegram. Can you say hi?
Oh, sorry, teacher. I wasn't in the Telegram group. I was just only in the Viber group.
Bye. Yeah, it's okay. I will send it to you. Just say hi.
That's okay, teacher. I got it now. From Yesu.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. So everybody, please look at the sample ones. Wait. Let's read briefly.
Teacher, endurable is used in past tense.
Yeah, past tense. Yeah, the first one, Sumin read shipwreck survivor. Just learn the sample one.
A shipwreck survivor, a Chinese man whose name is famous for being the longest shipwreck survivor. He spent 133 days in the sea when his ship went down in the South Atlantic after leaving Cape Town. It took just 2 minutes for the ship to sink, and the only man who managed to survive was Hong Lin. Despite the chaos of the
Thinking.
exploding ship, Lim was still able to grab a life jacket, which was vital as he had never learned to swim well. He floated in the ocean for what he estimated to be around 2 hours, and then he spotted one of the ship's life rafts. It was a wooden raft about 2.5 meters square, partially covered by a canvas roof. After much effort, Lin succeeded in reaching it, and although Lee managed to pull himself abroad, luckily for Lin on the raft there were some bottles of juice and tins of biscuits, together with two 2 flares, a flashlight, and even some chocolate. Once Lim realized that his emergency provisions were running out, he knew that he had to invent ways to find food. He used a canvas from the roof and his life jacket to make a container to catch rainwater. He had never been fishing and had no skill to help him, but he improvised by making a fishing hook out of the wire from the flashlight and the jack end of the biscuit tins. Neither days, do I have to continue reading?
No, wait. You will be tired, so I will choose some. So you have to go on by day 60.
Okay, sir. So by day 60, he was aware that he was losing physical strength, so he began to swim around the life raft twice a day. This routine continued until a particularly bad storm nearly destroyed his life raft. Against all the odds, he survived and was able to repair the damage. However, this experience left him feeling even more terrified about his situation. Liam has never seen such a variety of beautiful sea creatures and spent many hours observing the fish that swam around him. However, he was alarmed by the threatening sharks that at times surrounded his life raft and occasionally attacked him. Lim survived for almost 5 months. On 2 occasions, he spotted a ship, and once a plane passed by near him. But each time, his shouts and frantic waving went unnoticed. The nightmare only came to an end when he was picked by a Brazilian fisherman on April 5, 1943. About 10 miles from Run, they sailed to Belém, Brazil, a town at the mouth of Amazon River. Upon arriving in Belém, suffering from several sunburn, he spent 4 weeks at the local hospital to recover and regain his physical fitness. He explained to people that he had worked hard not to lose a sense of hope that he would finally be rescued. Lim went on to live to the age of 72, and even now, 133 days remain the longest time for one person to survive being lost at sea in a life raft. When he was told about his record, Lim said, "I hope no one will ever have to break it."
That is the first one. And the second one, let's read. Emilia, read first. First and
teacher.
second paragraph. Rescuers find trapped student keeper alive. Can you read?
Yes, teacher. Teacher, hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Teacher, which one, teacher?
The second one, rescuers.
Teacher, which paragraph?
The first one. Wait. Wait, later. Sinamil, read first. The first paragraph, actually. The first and second one. Later, you must continue.
Okay, teacher.
Rescuers find 12 students kept alive. 8 Swiss waterlowers trapped in a cave in eastern France by rising water were found alive yesterday. Rescue teams were preparing to walk through the night to bring them to the surface. Known as Bif du Barret, the cave, which runs for 415 yards but only about 20 feet below the surface, is normally considered a beginner-level site for potholer. So I'm gonna new this.
Wait. I'll just go on. Ông chấm bài.
Inexperienced, poorly equipped, and with one of the group being partially blind, students were initially given little chance of survival. The potholers had entered the long, narrow cave on Wednesday despite warnings from local people to stay away because rain in recent weeks have made the area dangerous. Hope for survival of the 3 women and 5 men, students and a teacher in the 20s, had been fading when they were found before midday by a driver who swam through a narrow passage to reach a chimney where they had taken refuge. The diver had discovered them crouched in the corridor above the water level, 75 yards from the cave at Cormois in the Doge's apartment, 30 miles from the Swiss border. They had been trapped there for nearly 40 hours by sudden flooding on Wednesday.
Later, continue.
I don't know where he stopped.
Yeah,
Like
ông
I
chấm bài
can hear.
gì? Ông chấm bài.
Yeah, wait.
Little chance of survival. I have that.
I stopped at taken refuge.
So do I need to start from
With the
paragraph 5?
the diver, yes. I let him stop in the. I didn't hear that part. Okay, go on.
So do I need to start from the diver?
Diver.
Okay. The diver has discovered then
Crouch in the corridor.
crouch in the corridor above the water level 75 years into the cave as Moses in the Dobbs department 30 miles from the Swiss border. They had been trapped there for nearly 14 hours by sandal flooding on Wednesday. Distant relative who had gathered at the side cave cheered when news of the discovery was announced. The group was expected to be brought out through a hole being drilled into a chimney where they had taken refuge.
Okay, Amelia, read the rest.
Okay, rescuers were pumping water from the cave to avoid flood danger from heavy rains over the past 24 hours. 2 divers, who one of whom is a doctor, were spending the night with the students in the chimney. They brought some food and water and heating appliance. The group took refuge in the dry spots in the chimney. Eric, their technical advisor, informed they are in good shape considering their ordeal. They are hungry and a little weak. They have very little food left, but they are in good spirits. There was no panic. They had a little light because they had rationed their battery.
Okay. Just to get ideas, I let you read how to write. So the content is different, right? The content is different. Use past tense. Past tense. Separate the paragraph. Use some beautiful words. You can choose any title. A huge raking inferno. A big flame. A big fire, right? It is about big fire. You need to create the setting on your own. Or a local building in flames. Or a fire in a domestic fireplace. So in your house, there was a fire. You need to create a story and you have to talk. Any topic as you like. Only one. You have to choose only one. Which one you prefer before you write? You need to plan. Create a story, the whole story. Only one you have already planned, you should start writing. Can you do it? Can you do it? Yeah, this is for exam practice. I let you practice for writing. Let's start from that. So I will stop here. Please read ahead for by entry. That's all for today. Bye-bye.
Bye bye, teacher.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
teacher. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
Bye, teacher.